When he went to get the Chibok girls, you should remember, what did he do? What did he do with the Boko Haram during his tenure? He now, reconciles with the BH and release some of their victims while the Chibok girls were released. And it's a global practice everywhere in the world. That is permissible. If I want my people not to be killed, you can enter agreement with those people so that you can secure the release of those innocent people. What is happening now between Israel and Palestine? It's the same thing. They are now begging the Palestine to release their. That is.
But considering.
Do you understand? So now, if people are saying that because of that, everybody in Nigeria knows that there was a time that I initiated the dialogue. Yeah. That's the time that I did that. And I have no regret for that because I recorded a lot of success then. How many people, including some foreign nationals, I secured the release of them without paying ransom, without paying single kobo. Let me give you an episode. A junior brother to Dawda Lawal was kidnapped 7 months before I took over. He was kidnapped. His name is Yusuf. After we initiated this dialogue, they requested about 500 million ransom, which Dawda refused to pay. But it was based on this dialogue, this person was released unconditionally without paying a ransom. Go and ask. The record is there.
Did they know this? Because some of them seem to say no, that...
He's aware. Everybody... No, this is in a public domain. It is not meant for him to accept, but the record is there. The people of Zamfara can testify to that. They can testify to that. Not me. I cannot be judge of myself. But you should go and ask the people of Zamfara. The record is there. The record will not lie.
The federal government, led by the Minister of Interior Abdulrahman Dambazo, met with the Miyetti Allah Cattle Breeders Association of Nigeria in Kebbi State, offering them the sum of 100 billion naira over 2 years to stop the kidnapping in the country. The meeting lasted over 4 hours on Friday as negotiations dragged on, with the association initially asking for 160 billion naira. The minister said that the strategy was part of the steps needed to tackle insecurity in the country as prescribed by the Economic Community of West African States, ECOWAS. The herdsman crisis has risen since 2015 after Muhammadu Buhari became president. Their rampage has spread not only in the north but also throughout the southern zones of the country. The killings by the herdsmen has led them to be tagged the 4th most dangerous and deadly terrorist group in the world by the World Terror Index. The acting Inspector General of Police, Muhammad Adamu, who was also at the meeting in Kebbi State, added that over 1,000 people have been killed and many more kidnapped in Kaduna. However, he said that this intervention was necessary to bring the criminals to book. The Kebbi State Governor, Atiku Bagudu, said hosting the meeting in his state shows the seriousness of President Muhammadu Buhari's administration in tackling the security challenges in the country. Responding, the president of the association, Alhaji Muhammad Kirua, said the meeting would serve as a foundation for peace between the Fulani headsmen and farmers and among Fulanis themselves.
The news, I believe the news was well understood. I just want us to get the message. Direct message. These are the same people that told you they have gone to United Nations in America meeting to tell you that Israel are evil. Palestinians should be freed. They have their right that you cannot annihilate. It's their natural right. Freedom. But when you are in Nigeria, you don't even have freedom of speech. Even freedom to breathe this common air. you know get am, because the air in Nigeria has been polluted by bad motor engines, bad generator pollution, bad water pollution by the oil miners, bad environmental pollution, everything. Common air. Jaja, are you there?
Yes,
Ego,
I'm
are
here.
you there? Okay, you are
Yes, I'm
welcome.
here. I'm here. Thank you, my brother. Thank you. Thank you so much. I salute everyone listening. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening. Like my brother is saying, and the topic that is being treated this evening, yes, we negotiate and beg the terrorist. You know, the revelation of what is coming up this evening is an eye opener. Like I will always tell us, if you want to get the correct information, it must, if it's not from the Biafra platform, it is not correct information. That is just the truth. If it's not coming from these men and women that are bringing the correct information from the Biafra media, it is not correct. It have happened over time when all these janjaweed will come on the media and tell you that the Boko Haram, that the Fulani herdsmen, that all these terrorists, that they have clamped down on them, that they no longer exist in the north. During the time of Eli Mohammed, they told us that the Boko Haram, that they have, that the government of the Zoological Republic have conquered them. And after that very statement, the Boko Haram attacked one of the states in the north to tell the whole world that what the Lai Mohammed is saying is a lie, that they are still here. If it were to be the former president of Nigeria, Olusegun Obasanjo, when the rumor was going around that he have died, Obasanjo came out and said, I dey kampe. So the Boko Haram came out, the terrorists came out to tell the whole world, because they don't need to tell Nigerians. Because Nigerians, it doesn't matter what you tell them. You can tell them anything and they believe in it. But they want to tell the international community that they can't be, that nothing have happened to them, that they still where they are. The time that the governor of Kaduna State, El-Rufai, led the troop that went to outside the country, like he claimed, that they went outside the country to go and bribe terrorists. Because going to pay them is like going to bribe them. When you say you went there to pay them so that they will not come into Nigeria to kill people, you went there to bribe them so that they will not come to kill people. But in the real sense, you went there to give them logistics. You went to give them logistics, because the type of arms and ammunition that these people are wielding, they cannot afford it in their 100 millions of years selling of cow. They can never afford those arms. But the Nigerian terrorist state have been deceiving people since over time. And the funniest thing, my brother Ugo, the funniest thing is that the more these people are wreaking havoc in the north, is the more that the gullible Nigerians are believing that very soon it will stop. The more the terrorists take lands, ancestral lands of people in the north, the more they believe that things will get better. If Debanjo did not come out a day before yesterday, I think day before yesterday was 24th, day before yesterday, to cry out that over 29,000 Yorubas have been slaughtered by the same terrorists. That the terrorist index said that they're the most fought deadliest terrorists in the whole wide world. That they have killed over 29,000. Do you know that no media, even the brown envelope journalism of the Yorubas, could not carry this information? But the more these people are wreaking havoc, both in Yoruba land, in Middle Belt, in Benue State, the more they wreak havoc, the more the government goes into negotiation with them. Because of this hanky-panky with the terrorists, because the terrorists are the government, and the government is the terrorist. There's no difference. After all, our leader said that these people are coming, and when they come, the government of the day will support them. Their kingsmen will support them. So when you're doing something and your kingsman is supporting you, what does that mean? That means that what you're doing, that your kingsman likes it. That is the same agenda, because people don't support agenda that they don't stand to benefit anything from. People support agenda that they will benefit something from. So whatever the terrorist is doing today in the Zoological Republic Nigeria is being supported by the government of the day. It's being supported by the government of the day. That's why Shetima will tell you that they don't need a kinetic approach to curtail insurgency in the north. When the soldiers suggest it, Shetima will tell you that they don't need soldiers to curtail insurgency in the north, that they know how to handle it. When you mention anything that will tame or that will curtail the excesses of these terrorists that are wreaking havoc in the north, they will always come out to kick against it. And what is the terrorist advocate? What is that his name?
Gumi?
Sheikh Gumi. Sheikh Gumi have come out in the open and tell you that without you going into negotiation, coming to terms with these terrorists, that there will be no peace in Nigeria, and the students are not safe. This thing is all over media. We are not making it up. Sheikh Gumi said this in countless number of meetings that he went, and the conversation that he have with the Nigerian journalist. He rightly told them that for Nigeria to have peace, for Nigerian students to go to school and come back, for all these things to happen, you must go to terms. You must come to the terms of the terrorists. That is the only way they will leave you alone. Without you doing it, they cannot leave you alone. So what does that mean? That means that Nigerian state that the Biafrans are fighting to leave, to move away from, is a terrorist state. We can't coexist with terrorists. We can't coexist with people that integrate terrorists into the army. Today, in Afghanistan, it was even better in Afghanistan that there were terrorists in the night and the Afghanistan soldiers by day. But in Nigeria, there were terrorists by day, terrorists by night, terrorists in the afternoon, terrorists in the morning, terrorists anytime that you meet them. And the Biafrans can no longer curtail these, continue to manage a situation that we cannot manage, a situation that have come to take our lives. We cannot continue to manage such situation. Those that are good in negotiation with the terrorists can go ahead doing that. Biafrans are not good in negotiating with terrorists. We don't have prisons where terrorists stay. We send them to Elohim, the creator of heaven and earth, the one that has a better correction center. You know God has a better correction center, Mazugo.
No, when they go there, Biafran army are helping them to achieve their goal with immediate effect, because those 12 or 17 black eye virgins, immediately they go to court, they will be accessible to them. 17 black eye virgins, I think. So when there is straight away, when you come, you are going direct to get your virgins. So they should be coming and going to collect that. That's why they are coming, because they need this their virgin so fast. So let them be coming. They should keep coming, and they should keep going to collect or visit God to get their own virgins.
Thank you so much, my brother Mazugo. Thank you so much. Because
They
there's this interview, though it's a cartoon. You will watch that thing and you will think that is a joke. During the time of Jonathan, I don't know if you still remember that cartoon that went viral. That the cartoon, the Jonathan and this Boko Haram leader,
Shakao.
Shakao. Yes, Shakao. That cartoon,
Mhm.
I don't know if you still remember that cartoon. In that
Not
cartoon,
the
there's something, this thing that you just said now refreshed my memory to one of the things they said in that cartoon. You know,
mm,
Jonathan in that cartoon was telling Shekau, how
mm.
stupid can you be? Wise people are getting their wages now that they are alive. And but you are waiting to get your own when you might have died and gone. He said, Shekau, are you normal? Can't you see that you're crazy? That me, I'm not foolish. I'm getting my own virgins now that I'm alive. But you, Shekau, you want to get your own when you might have died. So Biafrans don't need virgins when we have died. We are contented with the ones that Elohim has given to us. That's why you see Biafrans married to one wife, and he will be happy with that his wife till the day death will do them apart. But to these people, they are comfortable, they can marry as much as 100 wives, yet they are not contented. That's why we cannot share the same space with these people. We are not people of the same descent. We don't have common values, common system, common anything. We share nothing in common. That's why Nigeria is not meant for us. It might be made for every other person that believe in artificial creation, but Biafrans don't believe in any artificial creation. Biafrans don't believe that somebody will come from the Western world to come here and create a country for us. Just look at what is on the screen. What is on the screen? That court sentence five officers bank.
robbery of Easy City in Kwara State, Yoruba land. That's why I'm publishing this news. This happened in Yoruba land, and these people, this event took place in 2018. So 2018, they have been in police custody or they've been remanded in prison, and the court has been going on and on. And finally today, the sentence has been given that they should die by hanging because they were found with arms. They went to robbery. They went to rob a bank with arms, and they were sentenced to death after 6 years in prison. Now, these terrorists we are talking about will only spend 2 weeks in rehabilitation center, and after these 2 weeks, they will go into a house built for them by Nigeria government. They will start receiving allowances every month, and the allowance is just the minimum wage plus other things, and they are free to join army. They are free to go into any ministerial appointment or post as they desire. Without whether they go to school or no, it's not important. They join any force, whether army, police, it's all there. We have seen them. If you want to argue, I will show you their videos where they are joining, where they are getting recruited. They are there in the social media, they are there in the Nigerian news domain. Go and get them. I'm not lying. We are telling you the truth because we are not blogging, we are disseminating the informations. So that is it. The other, I think last week we saw a man that was a kidnapper. Not that he kidnapped and the Baidu, he kidnapped people for ransom and he has been sentenced to death. A father of five. And he went into kidnapping because after graduation of 10 years or 20 years, no job.
No job.
Hunger wants my children from a hand. He said, I lie you. I have to find something to do for money to come. I have to feed my children. And he has been sentenced to death. While on daily basis, we have these people pardoned and forgiven and forgotten. As they go on, I just want to, because
My brother.
I remember this because of Osibanjo you call. This is in Yoruba land. This happened in Yoruba land. This is it. A high court, the Kwara State High Court sentenced 5 suspects involved in 2018 of a bank robbery incident to death. Justice Justice Halima Salman of the Kwara State High Court found the 5 suspects guilty of illegal possession of firearms, armed robbery, and the culpable homicide. According to the judge, the offense are punishable by death. So they did not sack any community. They did not send people to IDP camps. They did not. They are beginning to find out that Nigeria is a place you must be a criminal. You must be a kidnapper. You must not even a kidnapper. You must be a terrorist for government to recognize you and recommend you and congratulate you and roll red carpet for you. So, as if you want to say anything, you say, because we'll have another thing about here.
My brother, do you know what? You know, when some of these people thought that, there's a time that Air of Fire give all these people license that you can go into kidnapping, you can go into stealing, you can go, so long as what you're fighting for, what you're doing is not fighting for freedom, that you are free to do so. Erofai said is on the media, is on the Wikipedia. If you Google what I just said now, what I'm about to say now, you will see it on the media. Erofai said that that all those people that are sacking villages, that they were just those people that are kidnapping people for ransom, that is just a business that they are doing because there's no job for them and all that. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the one that deserves punishment because he's fighting to break Nigeria. So any other thing that you're doing that is not geared in breaking Nigeria, you are free to do it. But some of these people did not know that all these things that he said was only applicable to the Fulanis, that is not applicable to any other region or any other ethnic nationality that made up the Zoological Republic. That once you're from any other geopolitical zone and you commit the same crime that he said that the Fulanis, why they are doing it is because they want to, how would they buy some upkeeps and all that? How would they take care of themselves? Is it the money they're making from their cow that can solve all those problems for them? That's why they are going into robbery. That's just theft. But other people cannot do it. It's only the Fulanis that are deeply in need of something that will lead them into kidnapping and sacking villages in the north. But once you engage in it, not even engaging in it the way the Fulanis are doing, because this person now, these people that they kidnap, maybe at the cause of this attack, they did not kill anybody. They just needed money from that place to solve their own problem.
Did you not see the sentence? They didn't do anything. They didn't kill anybody. The sentence said that the court found them guilty of he found the 5 suspects guilty of illegal possession of firearms, that's maybe gun, armed robbery, and then culpable homicide. Finish. These 3 are their offenses. He did not say they murdered people, they bite people, or they behead people, or they harvest organs, or nothing, or they send people to IDP camps. No, just this culpable homicide, possession of firearms, and robbery. and they are not terrorizing. They were not involved in any terroristic activities. They were not involved in any Boko Haristic activities. They were not involved in any iswapalistic activity. They were not involved in any ISIS-stilically oppression, just armed robbery, firearm, and then they were sentenced to death. But my question is this: when are we going to begin to see these people they are negotiating with standing in trial in the court the way we saw our leaders stand trial? When are we going to start seeing them? Last 4 years, we saw over 400 terrorists, Boko Haram, arrested in Abia, Biafra land, and the Nigerian army took over from there. We've never seen or heard anything of them till today. And this is a country where somebody claimed that the problem is me and you because we are demanding for our freedom. I want us to open our eyes. Jaja, I don't know if you want to say anything or should we play this video?
Let me still say one thing on that particular post that you made before we go to this particular video. You know, one thing is Sheikh Gumi and his counterpart and even the vice president, they made it categorically clear. Do you still remember when people are being interviewed, when Sheikh Gumi was interviewed, that Sheikh Gumi, in a strong term, he warned the lady that was interviewing him that he should stop calling those terrorists, that he should call them bandits or criminals, because all these things that she's saying that the terrorists are listening to it. Did you hear that?
I remember very well.
You remember that interview?
Yeah.
He threatened the lady that was interviewing him, that whatever that she's saying that the terrorists are listening, that they should mind the choice of words that they use. That when they call these bandits, that when they call
them anything than bandits.
Yes, he said that once you call them these terrorists, that he annoys them, and it will make them to be annoyed, to be aggressive. They will want to harm people. They will want to do this one and do that one. And he said all manner of rubbish. And the people in Nigeria, everybody was so afraid to their bone marrow that they cannot ask questions. Can you just imagine if these are Biafrans or Duduwas or the Middle Belters are the ones wreaking this havoc, and one of the elders in Biafra land or in Oduduwa land will come out to tell the Nigerians that they should stop calling these people that are sacking villages, that they should stop calling them terrorists. That when you call them terrorists, that they get annoyed and they will want to act like terrorists. What do you think that will be happening in the media? Not only in the media, but all over the world. What do you think will be happening? Everybody, including the child that is still in the stomach, will be echoing it. They will be singing it as a song. That the Biafrans, these people, they have a terrorist organization that the World Terrorist Index has labeled as the fourth most deadliest terrorists. And they themselves are hiding it and condoling it, asking people not to call them terrorists. But today it happened in Nigeria and nobody raised an eyebrow. Today it has become a tradition. That the terrorists, like they rightly said, that the terrorist, when he repent, can come back and become a president to you people. This is terrible. Go ahead with the next video, my brother.
Like I said, we know where these guys are. We know where they live. We know their parents.
You know them as a government.
Of course we do. They live with the same community we live.
So why is it difficult to get them?
That is the $1 million question that I should ask you.
We are trying to understand, for those of us who are now conversant with Zamfara, have never been there, and we hear you as a chief security officer speak tonight to say you know these people, but yet you can't get them. It's a head scratcher. The story that was out there with the change of the commandant was that he raised some concerns and accusations that the outfit is not being equipped and is not being funded to fight the war you have set us up for. And then he was changed a couple of weeks after.
That is not true. If you had listened to the police when he was arrested and interrogated, it was a different story. What we found out was that he was fully involved in that operation in Mada. The records are there. You can get this information from the Commissioner of Police in Zamfara State. So it's not true.
Great. Mr. Governor, I'd like to take you back to my first question when I asked you about what your state was actually dealing with. Because we hear banditry in Zamfara in the northwest of Nigeria. But by our understanding, and the simplest definition of banditry, involves groups of armed thieves. So these are thieves with just arms. Yet the challenge seems, grave, that the Northwest, and particularly Zamfara State, is not able to deal with a group of thieves who have arms. So do you feel the narrative is correct to say what you're dealing with in your state is banditry, or is it something more grave than that?
Well, I mean, it all depends on classification. You can call them bandits, you can call them thieves, you can call them any name. But my understanding is what will be the reason for these banditry activities.
You wanted to say something.
This is terrible. This is terrible, my brother. This is terrible.
He himself cannot even call them terrorists. He's scared.
He cannot. He cannot. Do you know, these people thought that everybody is as gullible as one Nigeria. There's a video I was even looking for. Now, I used that video to make broadcast a few days ago. This same Zamfara State, the former governor of Zamfara State, said on the media when he's been interviewed by a foreign journalist, this governor said that him and every other person that believe in Islam in Nigeria have one agenda, not just his agenda, but they have an agenda to bring Nigeria under Islam.
Ego King, I am the one that manufactured that video. I digged it out. The video is here. Yeah, the video is here. Listen.
Bring that video. Bring that video.
This man, the governor of
this is the video.
Who's risen from obscurity to lead this Islamic revival. 7 other Muslim states have now heeded his call. He says he won't stop until all Nigeria is under Sharia rule.
Do you think Nigeria should become a Sharia nation?
That is my ambition, and that is the ambition of every Muslim in this country.
They fear the growing popularity of this man, the governor of Zamfara State, who's risen from obscurity to lead this Islamic revival.
Pause it. Is it not funny? This same governor that is being interviewed now, that both the journalist and himself find it very difficult to call terrorists, very highly terrorist. I don't know, I lack words to quantify what the kind of carnage these people, the kind of crime these people are committing in the north. But both of them find it very difficult.
You can call them sophisticated terrorists.
You can, okay, sophisticated terrorists. But this governor, the lady was afraid to call them.
Because the governor said, yes, we know them as, people don't get that message. When he asked, when she asked the governor, how do you know them? He said, we know them as government. Not that they know him. He's not telling you he know them one-on-one. He know them one-on-one is just below. Is just it did not fit into the picture. That yes, he said yes, we know them as government. That means not as a person, but as a government. When you hear them tell you they negotiate, sleep in government house, and the other man that was before him came out to tell you that yes, I negotiated with them for 8 years, begged them, made them to citizens for 8 years. What happened? Have they seen any reason? My brother, no verse. Go on and talk. No
My
verse.
brother, one thing that I want to bring out here is the lady was afraid, what will I call these people? I know who these people are, that they are terrorists. But let me ask this man that is happening in his state as the chief commander. Let me ask him, let me know what he will call them. Okay, so you that have seen that these people that he even defined what bandits should be called to this man, he defined it that what they know to be bandit as an educated person is those robbers that go with arms, but not going around killing people. That goes with arms. Maybe they are going into robbery with arms and all that. That these
Like
are the people that you
the
can
ones
call
that,
bandits.
like the ones we saw now that were sentenced to death.
Yes, like these ones that are sentenced to life to that are sentenced to death. Are you getting me? But these other ones, he now asked the man, these ones that you say that they have overwhelmed your state with arms and ammunition that are going on rampage, wreaking havoc in your state. What are they to be called? What are you going to call them in your own words? And the man said that he don't know that you can call them criminals, you can call them bandits, but you cannot call them terrorists. Why? Because they fall.
I hope that's not a network strike. Hmm? That is strike. Okay, network has taken the word out of the mouth of Jaja. Well, all these news are not new. We all know them, but we will keep saying or telling the stories. For a governor, chief of the security personnel of a land, of a country, of a state, to tell you that they know these people, they know where they live, they know their families, know their secretariats where they work, is for you to understand how safe you are with them. In this video that I'm not going to play to the end again, I want you to understand that they force those that call themselves Christians, their children must go to Quranic school. Whether you like it or not, your children must go to Quranic school. I think he's from here. Let's watch. Let's see that area. Listen here.
In this country.
Schools are now segregated by sex, but not by religion. Daughters of the few remaining Christian families, distinguishable by their shorter headscarves.
The only difference between the Christians is the way they tie their own headscarf. Christians in the Quranic school. Christians in the Quranic school. Are you getting the message? No difference. There is nothing like Islamic school and Christian school. Now is not even Islamic school, Quranic school. You see, Quranic school is deeper, where they teach you make a no talk at the Facebook. So I want make we dey understand wetin dey go on. They are being forced to study Quranic school. Listen.
Of the few remaining Christian families, distinguishable by their shorter headscarves. Theoretically, they're exempt from Sharia, their lives still governed by the National Civil Law Code. But in reality, those who stay toe the line. Christian girls are forced to attend compulsory Quranic studies classes. And since our visit...
Did you get the message? They are forced to attend Quranic classes. Like it or not, this is by force. And I want you, in the video, there was some I removed. If you watch the full video, I think I have it in on Twitter. If you watch the full video, you see how they come up people hand, how they come up because you blasphemed against God Almighty. That is, by the way, we leave that and we are moving on. Drug, not just drug abuse in Nigeria military. Drug abuse in Nigeria military. That is what we are going to see now. Before we see the girl, I just want us to understand. Now, it is telling you that Army chief lament over drug abuse by troops on operation. I want you to get the message very clear. These troops in or on operation are the troops that carry arms, carry weapons, and they are on operation going into the cities. This is why they go tell you, I go release this bullet for your head. Nothing go happen because they have abused something. This is why they go to Biafra land and they bomb civilian houses and nothing happens. This is why they will be sent to go and look for terrorists. They will do U-turn and the land in Biafra land and they start carrying out terroristic, Bukhwaristic activities. Listen to this news.
Abuse. It seems the scourge of drug abuse has infiltrated every segment of Nigeria, especially the Nigerian army. The Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Taurid Lagbaja, has lamented the rising cases of drug abuse among soldiers deployed for operations in different parts of the country. General Lagbaja expressed his concerns when he declared open a one-day seminar on warrior ethos with the theme optimizing warrior ethos in the Nigerian Army, a panacea for operational effectiveness in Sokoto. The Army Chief stated that the seminar will tackle the issue of drug abuse among soldiers and promised troops of Operation Hadarin Daji in Sokoto State of continued support. All right, Kaidi, has it gotten that bad where soldiers now use hard drugs to face terrorists? How did we get here?
Quite a sensitive issue. You know, I'll speak at the level of what I know.
Okay.
It's not that they use hard drugs to be able to face terrorists. No, they use hard drug to be able to face Biafran army. This is just the simple truth. In a country, but this is not where we are going now. I just want you, the video is long. We are not going to continue listening to what they are saying, but I have made you understand. I have brought it to your ears, your eyes, your nose, everywhere. It is now clear to you that they are abusing drug before they go into operation, before they do anything, before they walk, they take, abuse drug. Very simple. I will show you something about that girl now, and I will show you proof that that girl is not lying, because that girl is not the only person that has witnessed that kind of thing. I will start by showing you this.
Friends, he now started beating me to the extent he naked me. He put me into naked. Look at all my chest, my hand, everywhere injured. Mr. Jayi Matthew.
Because of what?
I don't know, because he asked me for out that I should befriending him. I said, no, I'm a married woman. I cannot befriend you. He started blackmailing me with on evidence something that he is the one that is befriending me, which is not so.
This is terrible. In the presence of your co-workers.
Yeah, my writer was there, constable, 2 constables, and 10 civilians. After doing that, he now went inside and carry their gun. He said, want to gun me down. The civilian now take me out from the office. They said I should be running away. I said, no, if you want to kill me, you should kill me. They should help me, they should assist me. Ajayi want to kill me, or the Omu division.
Do you get the message? In police, after they done mini lies, after they done mini, they go they do all this thing. Now, listen to this.
The Nigerian army had come out to say that the senior officers that were involved in this case are innocent, and that you are suffering from mental issues, or you're mentally unstable. But what is your own side of the story?
Thank you very much for this great privilege, this great opportunity. What really happened yesterday was just a cook-up story, just a planned work. Myself and Abu Karim, we are in this, Abi Abu Karim, we are in the same unit. He was my CO.
What unit is this?
NACMC Ojo, Nigerian Army Cantonment Medical Center Ojo, where he was my CO. Colonel Abu Karim asked me to sleep with him at Eagle Store Hotel at about 700 hours p.m. He asked me to sleep with him, which I refused.
What day was this?
It was Sunday, on 27th February 2022. So he called me to sleep with him, which I was very, very surprised. And army is against it. In the army, it's called fraternization. It's a big offense in the army, which I refuse to sleep with him because he's my superior. Ever since then, Colonel Abi Abu Karim will inject me with Lakati injection, put me inside casket, popularly called body bag in the army. He will harass me, rape me, and at the end of the day, he will throw me inside psychiatric hospital to make it look as if what he is saying is true.
So, hold on. Where does this rape happen? And putting you in a body bag, when did all of this happen? And give me more details about it.
This whole thing happened in our unit, Cantonment Medical Center, Ojo there. I have witness.
Was this in his office? Or
inside his office. Inside the office. With uniform. Most times he will instruct soldiers to pin me down while they give me Lakati injection. Most times he will point gun at me. Most times he will handcuff me and harass me sexually and still take a picture of me and send to some senior officer to make it look as if I am actually mad. Which I tried my best to seek for redress. Sorry, I sought for redress. I went to legal service. I went to military police to report him.
Was this after the first time, or it had happened several times?
Several times. He come to my house, sent soldiers to my house to harass me. Most times he will inject me inside his office, rape me. After raping me, he will still take video of me and send it to General I.B. Shelebo to make it look as if, because at that time I was already complaining, seeking for intervention, begging some senior officers, people like General C.G. Musa, the current chief of defense staff. I told so many officers, I seek for redress, but nothing was done because he's my senior. Nobody was ready to give me a listening ear. So I exhausted all the procedures. I sought for redress using Section 179 of the Armed Forces, and nothing was done. Nobody believed me. After injecting me, he would strip me naked and throw me inside psychiatric hospital. And there, General I.B. Shelebo, Colonel Ogo will come there, they will be snapping me. They took picture of me, harassed me. Most times he denied me access to military course just because I refused to sleep with him. He denied me pass. I could not even see my family for years. He denied me pass. He denied me so many things in the army, that my welfare in the army. So after exhausting, going to legal service to complain, and nothing was done. Going to military police to report, nothing was done because he's my superior. I'm his subordinate. I wrote a redress, and nothing was done. So I went to social media to complain on the 9th of January 2024, and the Minister of Women Affairs intervened, and the Nigerian Army promised Nigerians that they are going to carry they are going to carry out an investigation, which they did. So during the investigation, they took me to National Hospital. They took me to LDLA. They took me to LDLA just to check to know if I abused substance, and they took me to National Hospital for medical evaluation, and the result turned out to be negative. And the Minister of Women Affairs requested me to write a voluntary letter, which I did. I submitted my voluntary letter to the Minister of Women Affairs, and she forwarded it to the Chief of Army Staff, and the Chief of Army Staff approved it.
So what you're telling me now is that the army did not on its own discharge you?
No. I wrote a discharge that I lost interest because of the inhuman treatment they did to me.
The army also accused you of being mentally unstable. Are you mentally unstable?
No. I'm perfectly okay. It was just a cook-up story. Because during the course of that investigation, the Nigerian army took me to National Hospital for medical evaluation, which turned out to be negative. That everything connected, it's just an allegation against me.
Did you see the result that was sent to the Chief of Army Staff?
Yes. As a patient, I have every right to ask my doctor what, and they told me that they could not diagnose me. Okay. They couldn't diagnose me.
Okay.
So thereafter, the army called me that they've approved my discharge. Unknown to me that I wasn't aware. It was a cook-up story. Like the Chief of Army Staff called me on his own, and he told me that I should not worry, that I should just cooperate with them, that they are going to sort me and they are going to pay me off. So in the army, I served 5 years with the army. I only served 5 years, and I'm not eligible for pension because they boarded me out. That is where I was qualified for pension. And before one can be boarded out of the army, there are procedures. They will call you for interview. They will call a psychiatrist to check your mental state. There will be units RSM. There will be people will be there. There will be a board set up because of as in a BOI set up because of that shoulder, to know if the shoulder is still fit to continue with the job. In my own case, nothing like that. So they did that to compensate me because of what Abdul Karim did to me.
So before you go forward, why did you on your own decide to leave the army?
I know my life was at risk, and the job, I lost interest in the job because there is a lot of malice in the job. Your juniors, younger ones they don't give their younger ones to speak. You don't have every right to speak. Even when your junior is misbehaving your senior is misbehaving to you, they don't listen to their subordinates. So what did they listen to me at that time? They will find that meanwhile, during their investigation, they saw everything. I submitted my evidence to them, and my eyewitness were there, and they know that what Abdul Karim did to me is very, very wrong. So I'm very, very surprised that they still come online and cook up a story just to make me look as if I'm a man, that is just to tell the whole wide world that I'm a mad person. I'm not a mad person. The investigation, the medical reports that was during the medical evaluation that was carried out in National Hospital turned out negative. They could not diagnose me.
Okay, so you said you decided on your own to leave the army
Yes.
because of the inhumane treatment.
Yes.
What reason did you give them? What was the reason you gave as why you were leaving the army?
There was no progression because there was somebody, Abdul Karim, who was everywhere, my senior, a colonel. I'm a private soldier. I applied for courses. I applied for school. Imagine somebody raping me inside the office and nothing is being done, putting me inside caskets. It's called body bag. They normally use it in Northeast to bury soldiers who died during war. So he put me inside caskets. Imagine me writing sick for redress. Nobody listened to me. Including the chief of defense staff could not listen to me. They did not believe what I was telling them, even with my evidence.
So earlier on, you told me that the Minister of Women Affairs advised you to leave on
Yes.
medical grounds, and then you
No, not on medical ground.
Okay.
On normal discharge.
Okay.
That I lost interest.
Okay. So how did army arrive at you being mentally unstable?
That I don't even know. Because before one can be boarded out, they will call, that I said they will set up a board. This board, there will be a doctor, a medical doctor. That is how it's been done in the army. They will call a medical doctor, a psychiatrist, a psychologist, psychiatrist. Some of these medical people will be there, medical team will be there, the units, RSM, the CO. They will now invite the soldier to know if this soldier is still fit to continue with the job. Probably they will throw questions. They will set up a board, a BOI, nothing like that. They never called me for any board. They never interviewed. I wasn't aware about the whole thing. It was just a cook up, just to, you know. I was very bad yesterday. I saw, we see my news flying up and down that the army discharged me. Army never discharged me. It was the Minister of Women Affairs that requested me to leave the army, which I wrote. I wrote a handwritten letter. What do they call it? Voluntary discharge. I wrote a letter that I'm not interested, that I've lost interest in the job. So there was nothing like discharge anywhere. They never discharged me from the army.
Okay.
It was just a frame up. They just gang up against me for no just reason, trying to cover up for Kony Abdul Karim.
Now, you also told me that there was the part where you talked about the issue of the health certificate and that your father was saying they were going to use that against you. Can you?
Yes. When after their investigation, so they ROT'd me back to my unit where I serve. So where they later called me that I've been discharged from the army, like because I wrote a handwritten discharge that I'm not interested again. So I wasn't aware it was even board, because before they would board me out, I must be there. There must be an interview between me and those people boarding me out. So I'm not aware. So it was when I went, they called me from national the pension board that I should come for pension. I was very, very surprised that I'm not eligible for pension. Why are they calling me for pension? So when I got there, and I saw that they gave me 50% disability, that I'm not mentally stable. I asked questions. I told them I'm not going to sign this form because they are going to use it against me. And immediately they gave me the certificate, and I sent it to my dad, to the Minister of Women Affairs. My dad said they will use it against me. And true, they used it against me yesterday. I'm telling the whole wide world that I was discharged from the army. I was not discharged. I seek.
You voluntarily asked?
I voluntarily asked them to discharge me, that I lost interest because of the inhuman treatment, because they don't listen to their subordinates. The oppression is too much in the army, man.
Are you scared for your life?
So Major General Onyema is after my life. Sending people to unalive me. The army and everywhere they are looking for a way to kill me. I actually.
How did you know this?
I came to Abuja a few weeks ago to the Human Rights Berekete office to seek for justice for what Abdul Karim did and what the army did to me. At the end of the day, Major General Onyema instructed the Berekete to stay clear from the case. So that's how the whole issue started. So that's what triggered this whole thing. That's how they come online to make me look as if I'm not mentally stable, just to shut me up.
Okay. Have any lawyer or any human rights organization shown interest in your case?
Yesterday, some lawyers reached out to me and they told me that they were interested in the case. So I will see how to get or to see them. I haven't seen them, so they just told me that they are interested. I should call them and tell them what happened. We probably will meet and explain how the whole thing happens.
Okay, so now you're saying that what Army is saying, or what they said yesterday, is not true. So what do you want?
I want justice. I want justice. Before coming online to lay an allegation on senior officers, I have evidence to back whatever I'm saying up, and which I submitted my evidence to them, witness to them. I made the investigation, and they find out that all what I said was truth. So coming outside yesterday, telling the whole world that I am mad, it's a lie. They should bring out my medical report. The National Hospital is here. They did medical evaluation, and they could not even diagnose me. So I don't have any mental record. So I don't know where the whole thing come from. It was just a plan work. I don't know.
Okay, so after the first time that this incident happened, did you take it to, did you report it, the very first time that he tried to rape you or that he tried to harass you?
Yes, I reported.
Because you said that it happened several times.
Several times. In my call, in the Nigerian Army Medical Corps, the Colonel Brukarin, and they are the most senior officers in the medical corps, though he lost promotion. So his mate are brigadier generals. They are the most senior officers in medical corps. But I don't know, he has connection, and their classmates are all the people holding appointment in the medical corps. So if I report to this person, Colonel Brukarin will look for a way to.
Okay, so your final word on this incident.
I want Nigerians to intervene, and I need an open investigation. I need justice. That is all I want.
Hold on. This is somebody that is mentally challenged. Keep listen, though. She told the story here, told in different places, the same thing. No changes, nothing changed, nothing changed. Just listen to another news in another news station. Listen, where is the news?
The Nigerian Army had cleared Colonel Ibi Abdulkarim of wrongdoing following allegations by a now discharged female soldier, Private Ruth Ogunleye, that the superior officer and other officers, including Colonel G.S. Ogo and Brigadier General Ibi Solebo, made life hell for her, and they should be held responsible if anything happened to her. Army spokesperson Major General Onyema Wacheko said the Army investigated the claims and discovered that Ms. Ogunleye was mentally unstable. She refused medical help, which necessitated her discharge from the Nigerian Army. Ex-Private Ruth Ogunleye joins me live from our studio in Abuja. Ms. Ogunleye, thank you for talking to us. It's important that I make clear that we have strict rules by the NBC when it comes to defamation and false accusation. So I'd like you to strictly answer the questions, if you can, within the framework of the law guiding our business. The Army claims that, having done their investigation, that you were mentally unstable, and that was what informed your discharge, from duty. How do you respond to that?
Thank you very much, sir. I was not discharged from the Army. I sought for a voluntary discharge. I wrote for voluntary discharge that was approved by the Army through the intervention of the Minister of Women Affairs. So I was not discharged from the Army. I wrote a discharge that was approved by the authority. I was never discharged from the Army, sir.
All right. So the position of the Nigerian Army is that you were recommended for discharge on medical grounds since 2022, but that being a sympathetic organization, they thought it wise to give you the best medical treatment possible to stabilize you before discharging you. Talk to us about the kind of medical engagement that you had while still with the military.
While I was with Colonel Ibi Abdulkarim, there was never any medical treatment. He forced me by giving me Lactate injection, probably raped me and put me inside a body bag. It's called casket in the army, a body bag in the army. And at the end of the day, he will take me to psychiatry hospital to make it look as if I'm actually mad. There's nothing like madness. I never received any treatment from the army. There was no medical treatment, and there's no medical report that I have mental issue.
You have made huge allegations against the colonel, including allegations of rape. You just mentioned that you were put in body bags. Were there witnesses who also were there when these things happened? And were you involved in the investigation process that led to your dismissal?
So at first, my previous unit in Ojo Cantonment Medical Center, they are all my witness because he never hid it from anyone because he felt he's the CEO and he's the commanding officer. Nobody can check him. So he's the commanding officer. Nobody can check him, and there are eyewitness. He injects me. I can call names here. He instructed Sergeant Udo to inject me. Dr. Cosmos, while he handcuffed me and put me inside that casket. So there was nothing like medical illness. So he did what he did because I refused to sleep with him. At that time, I sought for a redress and wish they were biased. They didn't do him anything because he's my senior, he's my superior. So he came up with a pattern of life. He came up with this idea of madness to make everybody believe, because he's a medical doctor, to make everybody believe that I'm mad, and none of them were able to listen to me. So they did give me audience. And there's nothing like medical report. There's no investigation. And so during the investigation, the first time I came online to complain on how he harassed me sexually, and my first video, they took me to National Hospital for medical evaluation, which turned out to be negative. They could not diagnose me. And they also took me to NDLA for drug test, urine drug test, which also turned out to be negative because I don't abuse substance. So there was nothing like mental illness.
Mr. Ogunlaye, we have completely run out of time, but just quickly, if you can answer this within a minute. Were you summoned during the investigation, and did the eyewitnesses also stand up for you while this investigation was ongoing?
Yes, sir.
Let us take a reaction. Let us hear from the Nigerian military, especially their position as regards this story.
I know definitely they will come for me. I know definitely they will come for me. They will lock me up and they will dismiss me. I know.
Well, let's get back to Mr. Ogunlaye. We have to go now. We'll play that reaction from the Nigerian military subsequently. But what's the next line of action for you? What are you doing next?
Sir, for now I'm jobless. I'm also homeless, and the Nigerian army, and they are all after me, trying to unalive me because I came online to expose them according to them. I think for now, I'm still waiting for better opportunity. I believe God will intervene. That's all I have now, sir.
From our Private Ruth Ogunlaye, thank you for talking to us.
Okay. Why I wanted to play these two different videos is for you to find out from the first day, that was about 9 months ago, January or February, she came out to make this allegation. She was court-martialed, thrown into dungeon, and after that, till today, she said the same thing on different places. The same thing, no different thing. She maintained the same thing. Anyway, okay,
Mazugo.
yeah.
This thing did not start with this girl. This girl was very lucky. In fact, God saved her. God saved her because many of her colleagues has gone disappearing through this means. A lot of female soldiers that refuse to compromise with their commanders has gone disappearing through this means. There's something this lady said, and there's a place I'm going to indict him. Sorry about that. This lady said, because Nigeria is a group, is a gang of cartels, criminal cartels. There's a programming in Nigeria, a criminal programming that recreates itself. This lady said that before, because he rejected the offer, he rejected the approach of the commander. The commander already know that for this girl rejecting it, that this girl, because she's smart, maybe she's also learned, that she can do anything. The first approach she made is to change the narrative of yesterday, to change the papers, for it to be that is on record that this girl has been going for mental treatment. That's why he first of all called for a doctor that is also working, that is also a soldier, to inject her. The group of these criminals that cannot say no to a wrong command.
Hey, you see, before we started with this young, beautiful Yoruba girl, I know why I'm making it clear that she's a Yoruba girl. And the army officer that abused, molested, the Krewa, the forcefully injected, the body bags her is not even man. Anyway, Christian, go on.
Mazugo. Now, wow, you know, okay, so Nigeria, my brother, it's indescribable. I feel like any day, any one single day that Nigeria lasts longer, any hour that Nigeria stay longer is a tragedy for humanity. And obviously, the things that happens in that country, yeah, it can't happen. There's no way, not in the world to come, not in the world before. It is just incredible because it's so entrenched. Nothing can change it because it's from the top, you know. So, and you see that the spokesman, that military spokesman that the Fulanis are using, Onyema or something, you know. Anything when they write until I make you go talk and you come out. At the end of the month, it takes salary, put for a pocket. I watched when Onyema was discrediting this girl, try to demean her and completely make her look like something else. Say Ikolo, but yeah. So now, if this is what they do, how can you trust the Nigerian military on anything? But of course, this is what they do all the time, you know. So it's a gangster paradise, criminal paradise. That's what Nigeria is, and it's unfortunate because many decades ago, Mandela came to Nigeria. And he cried. Mandela cried when he came to Nigeria, and he was asked, why does he have to shed tears? He said because, for goodness sake, that he doesn't understand how can the people in Nigeria allow what happens in Nigeria to happen. The level of despair, the level of poverty, the level of lawlessness is unimaginable. It's never seen in the history of humanity, the level of lawlessness. And every day, think back from many decades since Mandela passed away, it's gotten way worse. And, you know, I don't know, Nigeria might tire me, or sometimes, like the past 2 days, I've been on platform after platform after platform. I can't tire to even talk. But again, like Ojuku said, because I'm involved. So when I see platform like this, I see coming with high level of tiredness. It's an evil entity. There's no solution, my brother. Look, anybody who is promoting one Nigeria, one way or the other, I just hope and pray, yeah, that the wrath of God that has befallen Nigeria for disintegration, that person should partake in it so that he will know.
That they have removed you, that you talk too much. Biafra is our land. You have the mic. Hi. Biafra is, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, good evening, sir.
Mazi, one them. You have what mic you one them.
Nah, Mazi, Ike Gwuru. I want to thank you, Mazi Gochuku, for what you are doing. Nigeria, I don't know what to say. I don't know what to say about this country. That country has been decayed. I'm telling you, the kind of corruption in that country is from top to bottom. I watched this lady interview yesterday. I shared pride. I feel for her. I'm telling you, Nigeria is very, very corrupt. It's very, very corrupt. Anybody who is promoting one Nigeria or supporting one Nigeria, my prayer that those who have died because of injustices in Nigeria will kill that person. I'm telling you, this country don't deserve to stay more than 1 year again. Because the more Nigeria continue to be a country, the more things are continue to be worse. But there is no problem. We will continue until Biafra is restored. Thank you so much, Mazi. Continue your good work. Bokike bless you. In the name of
Right.
okay.
All right. There were Mazi Christian. I wish you can go back now. If you are hearing me, I will beg you to go back now and continue your submission. But before you go back, based on Nigeria, okay, he's back. Let's hear him. Yeah, we can hear you now. Go on.
Okay, so as I was saying, oh my goodness, you see that what I mean, you see some other people, you begin to wonder what is their aim and objective, because there's no aim in sight in this whole abracadabra going on here. They just get worse and worse and worse. There's one senator, I think he's an ex-senator, Agbo, they call him. The things he was doing with women, and in fact, he's the one who slapped the girl before. You know what I'm talking about, right? Yeah. So maybe a year ago thereabout, he slapped somebody, and because they are above the law, and now on that common president, ordinary president, there's also a young woman who taping and videoing and with so many other. Now then you don't think about Bobrisky on to which you also aware, right?
Yeah.
The Farana, those son. So obviously, look, it's just you can't even begin to explain it. There's no end in sight because everybody in that country, from pastors to prophets to politicians to all of them, it's like a wind that blows and blows on everybody because the country was formed from the realm of darkness, retrogression, and destruction. So you cannot, you cannot give what you don't have. There's only one thing that Nigeria have. You know, that is destruction. That is abnormality, criminality. And it's now has become such that like wide waste. Everybody just, especially when you're in a position of authority, you just do whatever you like. You can't because the tree corrupted from the head. For example, look at the ones who are even living in this world, who is a drug dealer, a criminal all his life, a certificate forger. Now, how about his vice? One of the co-founders of Boko Haram. So these people at the top, it trickles down, right? Even before they have Buhari, all of them. So that country, anybody who has, and when I see some people, you know, and I just came to the conclusion that truly, there's something inherently evil about the country and most people in the country because the level of duplicity oh my goodness, you don't hear it even from the mainstream media. They just be pretending as if it's normal. I don't understand it. Shetima went to UN conference about a day ago or 2 days ago, saying all sort of rubbish. And none of these mainstream medias, not Channel, not Arise, not AIT, none of them, they call him out, at least call this whole thing out. How can you be saying that freedom is an inalienable right of any person or group of persons, therefore that Palestinians are free, should have freedom, blah, blah, blah. But in your own country, you people deny a group of people the same right for decade and decade. You continue to suppress, to buy them. Just, I mean, how does that? Oh my goodness. And when the subject matter is brought up, and any of these national or mainstream media, they just dance around it. That tells you how evil the people can be too. The fact that they will not look at the situation and call it for what it is, speak straight and speak truth to power, they won't do it. That tells you everything. But it's unfortunate because it's collapsing. The zoo is collapsing and it's collapsing fast and it's going to collapse on everybody's head. And I understand that there is also still that is added or beyond what we are seeing because maybe 3 days ago, the former, these things I always need to point it out so that people, because lots of our people, they're just so, I don't know where they are going, they really, and sometimes even when they hear, they can't even dissect or even act or even but at the same time, we have to keep saying, this British commissioner to Nigeria, because they say that October 4th. Hello, Mario, I think you can
yeah, we can hear you.
Yeah, so they said there's going to be another protest on 1st of October, right? So he has come out, this former British commissioner, to tell Nigerian government that they shouldn't allow it or that they should be careful because the protest will be infiltrated or hijacked or whatever by foreign agent, he said, which is pure lie. But guess what? The British government doesn't want anything to change in Nigeria. They want the status quo. That is just what it is. Because Nigeria is a business center. But the people in Nigeria, they're walking around like in the alley, like people went. I don't even know how to describe the people in Nigeria, including the politicians, everybody want to know that the British don't use their head grand pepper. So they walk out like zombies. So because the thing is here, in the situation chain, if there's a revolution, which, like I said, Mandela cried about, that how will the Nigerian people allow this to continue? But this is what the colonizers doesn't want because if they change, then they lose out. So your own win is their own loss, and their own loss is your own. So that's what we know. Because we also know that during the NSAS, they engineered it. The act of going to link it to all the right, put on the CCTV and shoot people was the last threat of inspiration. That was the last straw to end it, to stop the NSAS. So since then, again, everything gets back to normal. They have to maintain the status quo that is keeping Nigeria the way it is. So they don't want anything to change. It's unfortunate because even if they do that protest in that October, maybe they kill a few people. The one they had in August, they killed some people, and this one, and at the end, thing go back to the way. So it's just unfortunate, my dear brother. It's a tragedy.
Quite unfortunate. Quite unfortunate.
For us as Biafra, there's just one way out. That is Biafra. There is no any other way. Anybody tells you otherwise is deceiving. Yeah, because you can. No way. Thank you, my brother.
Thank you, Mazi. Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay. Wadangozi. I don't know if you want to say anything or you want me to play the video there before you say. If you have anything to say before you lose your line of thought.
Okay. Nna Chineke na-agọzie gị ọga ugo maazị ugo kama ka chima ha na ụmụ nwanne ya
onye
nwanyị gbaa gị ume nna since morning ka ị nọ online hai nwoke nka ebe ka ị na-ekute ume
ọnụ na-enye m ume ndị anya lagiti hụ na ọwụrụ onye na-ege m ntị ume adịkwa
Chineke nna Chukwu okike abịa ma ọ ga-enye unu ume ụmụ Biafra ụmụ Igbo Biafra anyị ya dị ndụ ebe anya n'aha Chukwu okike abịa ma nke ime n'ehihie nwọchere nsị Shetima na-ekwesịrị egbu onwe ya mgba n'ụkwụ n'ihe ọ na-ekwu nsị na Chineke nna Chukwu okike abịa ma Chukwu Nnamdi Kanu bụ onye na-epushu ka ha na-akụgheri and that thing ka anyị ga-eji wee jide ndị Nigeria because na everything that man ukwu bụ ihe anyị na-eme ya ka anyị ga-eji wee jide ya wee na-eri ha kpamkpamkpam nke a gaa this my girl, this my lady. I watch him this girl gechechem anya mmiri esienu wee wam n'anya nsi ogi na-eme ihe nka na Nigeria ha na-aba amị ha na-agwa ha aga na ba amị asị na achọ ka inwe n'ịchọ ka nwa ọrụ n'ịchọ ka nwa ọrụ anwa onwe ya ọrụ anwa oluzie ya ọ ga-ekene Chineke nna ya na o ji si ewepụta na that zoo military because na ndị niile gayani majority my brother anata ejighị ha wee nata and another one Oduduwa Yoruba brothers and sisters, you people should try to take that girl away out of that zoo country. If not, how you would that girl that will buy that girl. And nobody will ask them. Many they buy and nobody asks. Even a whole senator, Rodugo, a whole senator, they use girls, underage girls, over 300.
That one is not news now. If their tradition permits them to marry a 7-year-old, 5-year-old, so it's not news. That is not news. So people shouldn't be seeing it as news because it is, according to them, their religion asks them or justifies them doing that. So why? I'm not surprised.
No, brother, go. This man is a Christian. Elijah, you know.
Okay, that man is a Christian.
He's a Christian, yes.
Are you sure?
He's a Christian.
That's senator.
Yes, he's a Christian. It's not a Muslim.
Really?
Elijah.
But you must know that not everybody will carry Bible go church. When you see him speak, when you see him, look at him. What does he look like? Okay. No, let's be sincere. Look at that man. I think I saw the video somewhere. If you see him and look at him, do you see a Christian? Let's be sincere.
No.
Forget that somebody will come out and tell you, I'm a Christian, I'm a Joshua, I'm a prophet. When you see a Christian, you will know. You don't need anybody to tell you. We know. When you see that man, look at him. I'm trying to find his picture. If I find he's going back anywhere. But when you see him, look at him, you find out he's not a Christian. His identity tells you who he is. His identity tells you who he is. So that one is not it's not part of what we are saying. Let him be anybody. That it doesn't matter even if he's a Christian, even if he's a pastor. The truth is that the environment incubates things, has incubate and hash things like that. Things like what is happening to this young girl on the screen, and things that things that are happening to Mazenam, the kind of are happening to Biafrans. That is what the environment incubates and hash. And until you liberate yourself, you free yourself from being incubated and hashed into destruction, bro, you must continue to get their boza. And to defend yourself, you need wuto to overcome boza. Thank you. And before we go on to the other video, when you look at these girls speaking in the both videos, different stations, I wouldn't know if she has given interview to up to 3 or 4 or more. But when you look at her, you find out that she maintained the same thing. And as she speaks, you see the bitterness. You see the bitterness in her. You see the pains. When you look at this girl, you see pains. You see bitter. They are trying to frustrate her into what she is not. They are trying to frustrate her so it will be that, yes, truly, she's mentally unstable. Somebody that is mentally unstable should have had this record before now. You should have had the record that, yes, before she joined the military, she was mentally unstable. Because before you join military, you will be shaked, you will be thoroughly shaked, you'll be diagnosed or everything will be shaked, whether in laboratory or outside laboratory, wherever it is, you will be shaked thoroughly. So how is it that nothing was wrong with her until she come out to accuse you of molesting her crewarily, sexually, or doing this, and she's telling you she have evidence. And do you know the ugly part of it? Nobody as a testimony or as a witness will come out to testify. Because if you are coming out to testify, you are going into your grave. You don't need anybody to threaten you. The environment itself is a threat. So nobody would want to come out and testify. The only thing she will do is to drop her evidence with the lawyers that are interested in helping her. That's the only thing I want us to know. So I want us, it doesn't matter who she is, we must tell the truth, because we are gospel, gospel, we are preaching the gospel of truth. So we don't care who you are, we will preach the truth, we will preach the gospel. So quickly,
I don't know, can you hear me?
Oh yes, we can hear you. Go on.
Okay, what I wanted to say before is that this girl is crying, is just crying a wolf, is just crying, is a helpless girl. And the funniest thing is that he is crying to the wrong people. Nigeria cannot help you. The journalists you're running to cannot help you. The military cannot help you. The youth cannot help you. The justice you seek is not in Nigeria. So whatever is it that you're looking for is not here in Nigeria. What you will do is to look for a way to escape the contraption. That is the only way to get justice. The only justice you can get now is to escape the contraption. Once you escape the zoo and japa, like they will say, that is the only justice that you will get. But because if you remain here and continue in this place, they will, in one way or the other, track you down. That is the type of cartel that you are dealing with. A very deadly cartel you are dealing with. These are not human beings. A lot of things are happening in the army, in the police, like the police video that was played earlier. She's not the first victim. It's only those that were lucky enough to come out due to the media, due to the new technology, the AI that is everywhere today. Everybody has access to phone, and when you see something like this, somebody can volunteer his phone to help you out so that other people will have a glimpse of what you're going through. Outside that, a lot of people will be buried in Nigeria. A lot of people has been buried in Nigeria that nobody can trace them. And this army will always come out to give a wrong narrative. Do you remember during the time of ENSAS that people were massacred in Tollgate? Do you still remember that the journalists, investigative journalists that went to the army quarters in one of their branch in Kaduna, I don't know, in the north there, that they denied the journalists, Amnesty International that came for that particular investigation, they denied them access to those people's corpses, those ones that are in the military mortuary. They denied them access. They told them that they cannot come in. Until today, nothing happened. Till today, nobody was brought to book. Till today, nobody was persecuted. That is the type of rotten system that people have been enduring for many years. The type of system that anything can happen to you. Anything can happen. And if you look at the journalist that was asking this lady question, once they see that the lady was hitting on the nails, they automatically will develop that they don't have time again. But you're the one that invited her to ask her some questions. But when he begin to provide answers to the question that you ask, all of a sudden, you no longer have time. This is the way they have been working over the years. Once they call you and they see that you are not in the side of Nigeria, that you are about to hit the nail on the head, or you're about to let the cat out, they will tell you that they don't have much time. Maybe some other time they will call you. Because the army have warned them, try to ask this girl, what is her next plan? All these media houses that are calling this girl, they're not calling her for people to help her. No, they are calling her to find out what her next line of action is going to look like. Who are the people that you have called to help you out? These are the things that they want to know. So that once they have these informations, they will know how to clamp this girl down. They will know the people to bribe next. So this shenanigan is not to help this girl. And to this girl, she thought that they are giving him a listening ear. The truth is that nobody is giving her a listening ear. Rather, they are squeezing out information from her to use also against her. Thank you so much, my brother. You can play the next video.
Ogugo, please, amame na anụ ihe m na-ekwu.
Ọ na-anụ ife na-ekwu.
Yes, I na-anụ ihe na-ekwu, maazị. You continue.
Ndewo.
Ndewo.
Biko, ịma onye na-enwebeghị experience ihe ndị military Nigeria na-eme na Nigeria, a na-akọ ya dị ka ọ bụ akụkọ. Like somebody like me now, I don't believe that is onye chọrọ ịhụ madness in me, ya kpọgodi m onye Nigeria. Believe me, just call me a Nigeria. Name address as in Nigeria. Chineke ihe a mere Chineke ji mee mapụ Nigeria ya megharịa ya ọ na ha emegharị ya obere obere na obere oge anyị alawa. Because my experience with the military ihe na-emebi ụmụ Igbo na-anwụ silently. Ị hụrụ Obi Igbo police station? Obi Igbo police station hapụchakwa maka ihe mere ihe na-eme n'Obi Igbo police station. You will never believe it. Ihe na-eme na Alimbo police station, Rumukurushi, Alimbo police station. These two police station nwegorola experience ya na-akọ maka ndị ọzọ a na-akọ maka ihe na-agwa gị wa about nke mụnwa ma. Ịgwagodi m na mmadụ na-eme anything ma ọ gịnị nna m ga na-ege ntị bet m na like ka m dị sure because mmadụ nwere ike iwere iro ihe Nigeria na-eme kwuwe mana ihe ọla ikwuru about Nigeria truth enwe nke wa allegation mana ihe m na-agwa gị wu nke mere n'ihu m m jiri dụọ isi na onwekwe ihe mmadụ ga-eme m ka m kpọrọ ya police and otu a ka ọ dị. Mụ na somebody nwere problem ala the person bịara ịnara ya ala anyị n'Obi Igbo because na o nwere ego nwee mmadụ and ekpego ihe a for many years. So with the bribe ha na-enye the indigenes ha bịakwasị oke na iwepụta small place nye ha in our backyard. We did so. The next person na our front agwanya nwasị ya wepụtakwa na nke goto ha ịnwasị wepụta small ka ha wepụta ka ndị nke ọzọ nwee trans ịga eme na ha ga-esi ụta nga threat instead ndị a ga-emenye ha kwuru for many years ha emeghị otu ahụ nye ha mere yuzu ebe ahụ m nyere ha na-eyuzukwe the other part of my land ya dịzie elo form instead ịgawa ya straight wetekwa n'ala nke ndị ọzọ na-ebezie n'ala m. These people rụchara ụlọ ha divert ya mmiri niile nọ n'ụlọ ha na my compound because we are poor. Ihe m na-agwa gị na my experience otu o ji ru police station. So emegide ihe a ike a one day and ndị ọkada bi na ya dị ha ndị a nwere a place lead ha nwere another road enwere big gate moto nwere ike ịba.
Maazị kọtụ godi okwu ahụ nke because I am go 2 hours ebe just kọtụ ya surprise.
My experience is this. Mgbe o ruru police station oyi Igbo ntị ndị eme arrest from police station. The case is from Calabar bịa from police station to Alimbu police station. Always escape ka mere na Alimbu police station. After nọchara like 2 weeks there, a night like that ihe dịka ebe 2 o'clock 2 a.m. one group of police abata na cell ebe anyị nọ. This men with a black, that is how with black, you can't see their face. Any room habara ebelo dujuru ndị Igbo alok onye ọla ha pointara aka ha kpọrọ ya pụọ. So mgbe ha batara wa place appoint ya mmadụ n'aka appoint ya mụnwa aka mfilikwe na maybe anyị gbapụta m ka ọ gịnị ozugbo m gafere pụta ebe ahụ ekpuchie m ihu kefee m aka azụ. So anyị wepụzi the last person onye kọlụrụda man kpuchiri m ihu si ya na Nonya. Niha Awuga their case. Niha Zone 6 Calabar case. I bet open that in Nihu again. Barely mama say yes. Watch him back. In man about 20 men are report that night. When ke by 4:30 had you latch back. Hagara babuta those boys. Hefty men. Ngara one of them. Only problem. Giga na police, dika hasi na police is your friend. My brother. They can never be your friend. Only me garaga with that money. Hatron ha. Miji gegahu. Gwa no nwe gi na enwe ihe mere. Akpotara police station gaga mkporo. Mo gwa gara kpọ ha akpọ na enwere na emegide gi gaga mkporo. Police can never be our friend. That's why we will set them back and very soon. So you will experience in the police in Nigeria. You will never like to use your eyes, see any of them. Thank you very much.
No. Thank you. Okay, quickly let's go to this video before we go. You see, in Nigeria, so many things they pop up, so many things they shoot, so many things they happen. I will just allow us to listen to this video before we go. Then you will come to, and this evening, some officers has been sacked or suspended or sent to prison or arrested because of what the very black man have exposed. Because Bobrisky, they claim that went to jail, never went to jail. For that 6 months, Bobrisky was staying in a private apartment. For the 6 months he spent in prison, he spent it in a personal apartment. Well furnished, he have everything. He read news, watch news, do everything. The only thing is that he was not allowed to move around. Or is it he or she self? And the funny part of it is not just that he was not that all this thing happened. What really happened again is that the people behind this thing are the one they call Femi Fanana. Is it Fanana? No? Okay, Femi Fanana, yes, son. And his son that is called Faz, the musician, one of those that are standing against corruption. The father standing against corruption, the son a musician standing against corruption, even singing against corruption, leading protests. Have you seen that Nigeria will always remain Nigeria, no matter what you do? When you see anybody coming out to defend you from Nigeria, bro, that will no be better defense than they give you. I want you to listen to this news.
Bobrisky, what I'm about to post now, a lot of names will be mentioned. These are people that I also respect, and I believe a lot of Nigerians respect them as well. I am very, very disappointed in the agencies that are involved in this, and I believe that this call recording that I'm about to play, even Bobrisky will not expect it. That is what is crazy. But all the people that will be mentioned, I don't care. You understand? I don't care. And from today, no longer respect for all of you. You understand? Because all of them are the same. And it's pretty obvious that in Nigeria, the law only works against the poor people. Do you understand? Now, after this video, I would expect that the EFCC will do a deep investigation on everybody that is involved in this case. And also, they will bring the whole officers that participated in this and collected and spent this money that is involved. Thank you very much. So I will start by playing the call. As you can see, it is a call. Listen.
You know, I'm a very big influencer. I have over 5 million followers on my Instagram. So my Facebook, and they're paying me on my Facebook every month. So I'm okay. So they were like, yeah, all those money cannot still make me buy a house of 450 million naira in Pinok, and where I'm staying in Chevron, blah 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 blah. The shah put the money laundry shah. They charged me to court. So when they charged me to court, we had to beg them that okay, if they want to remove the money laundering, how much would they collect? They said we should go and bring 15 million naira that they will remove the money laundering.
Now, this is one part of the video. A lot of things will be unveiled. First things first, you heard it from Bobrisky. EFCC charged him 15 million naira to remove the money laundry charge that was charged against him. If you remember, when this case against Bobrisky starts, there was a money laundry charge, but from nowhere, they dropped the money laundry charge. So obviously, Bobrisky paid EFCC 15 million naira to remove the money laundry charge. It's crazy that EFCC claim that they are fighting against financial crime. Do you understand? But they are deeply involved in financial crime. So they remove the money laundry. Anyways, let's continue. There's a lot of things in this call recording.
To prove what he is saying now, I want to show you. Listen here. Watch. Just this evening, breaking news, Nigeria government suspends several top correctional service officers over Bobrisky's allegation. Initially, when the very dark man came out and started talking about this, they say, hey, very dark man, they lie. Hey, keep quiet. Go and apologize to Bobrisky. Apologize to Femi Fanana. Apologize to, what is his name again? Fast. Very dark man said to them, go and amend what you did, or I will bring proof. They say a lie. Today, very dark man don't drop proof that they're wrong giddy everywhere. Listen to them. Where is that video? Continue.
Called my friend, because I can't use my account. I wanted to send money from my account, but they said I'm still under investigation. I cannot withdraw from my account. So I now called a few of my friends. Polanco, Elele.
Mm-hmm.
That Polanco, yeah, is my very good friend. So I called him. I told him. He was like, no, I can't want to send the OC. I can't want to send the OC. He now I gave him my brother's account. He now sent 8 million naira. He can't want to send the same year.
Yeah.
I was even shocked that he can send that kind of amount of money. He said, Omogidini Oshamopega, a very nice person. So I called Demola. Demola in New York. Is my friend too. Mm-hmm. Demola sent 1 million naira because I had to call the people I'm close to, people I trust. Demola sent me 1 million. Yeah, Demola sent me 1 million naira immediately. Transferred 1 million naira to my account. Then I called other few people because I can't start making call because I don't know who set me up. So let me not start calling the wrong people. Do you understand?
Sure.
So I called the people I trust. So the money shall complete 15 million I paid. They now remove money laundering. They now took me to court for spraying of money.
Okay.
And I know that.
So you heard him. After I paid the money to EFCC removed money laundry, and they now removed that charge and took him for spraying money. Do you understand? So EFCC, you people collect money to drop charges. This is crazy. And these are the people that want to fight for financial crime. Tomorrow night, you're going to tell us you want to arrest Yaya Bello. Are we sure that if you arrest him, you will not collect money for dropping charges? Wow, EFCC, this is crazy. But anyways, it doesn't end here. Let's continue.
The old things started from when they gave me best female dress. You saw that video, Abby? That they gave me best female dress.
Yes,
That's
yes,
when the
yes,
whole
I
thing
did.
yeah, yeah, that's when the whole thing started from, jealousy, everything.
Envy.
So we shall got to court. I shall told them that I'm guilty, that maybe court will even pity me or say, oh yeah, pay fine
I know.
or community service. Sadly, the court sentenced me. So, I was on my way to the prison. Then my godfather called me and said, you will not enter that prison, don't worry. Let me make arrangements for an apartment close to the prison. That is going to call the controller in that's overall in Nigeria and Abuja, and I'm talk to them. They shall talk before I come back. They now took me to one apartment that I must not come out till I finish my sentence. That the Oga said they should come out. The Oga said they should come and keep me here. That I mustn't go like enter data, but nobody should know that I'm not there.
Yes.
So they said the guy will collect money. They wanted to give them 7.
Wait. Who is this Bobrisky's godfather that called the Controller
I think
General of
Mazigo, it
Prison
will be
in
very
Abuja
important that you
and
post this
instructed
video.
him that he should not let Bobrisky to enter prison, and the
Please,
Controller
post this
General of
video.
Prison now gave Bobrisky an apartment outside the prison. Do you understand?
No, Jaja, it's good you listen to all of them, then you go on. Because the video no good make you pause one bit. He do the analysis 100% plus. So listen to him. And this Godfather, and the person where they call him, and the Godfather, na person wey go surprise you. I no want make we lose any line of thought. Make we follow him to the end. Listen, abeg. No verse. Make we listen. Make we no disturb the dark man. Make he analyze.
Go ahead.
That I must not come out till I finish my sentence. That the Oga said they should come out. The Oga said they should come and keep me here. That I mustn't go like enter data, but nobody should know that I'm not there.
Yes.
So they said the guy will collect money. They wanted to give them 7.
Wait. Who is this Bobrisky's godfather that called the Controller General of Prison in Abuja and instructed him that he should not let Bobrisky to enter prison, and the Controller General of Prison now gave Bobrisky an apartment outside the prison? Do you understand? An apartment outside the prison that he should stay there and he will not enter the prison. So Bobrisky didn't go to prison, obviously. Basically, the prison obviously is for the poor men and for the poor masses. So this is how the EFCC come and lie to us. Say they don't probe somebody, they don't arrest one big man for financial crime. But they go no go arrest the man, they no go sentence him or carry him. Go give him one lodge somewhere and he no go enter prison. This is what is going on in Nigeria. Do you understand? The law is only against the common and the poor men. Now only poor man they go prison. But Bobrisky, one godfather somewhere, that godfather you go come out. And the Controller of Prisons, the Controller General of Prisons, you have to come out and defend this. If not, me, I will continue rubbishing your name online, the Controller General of Prisons. So this is how they call you to remove prisoners. After the court have sentenced a prisoner, you will remove them. But that's not all. Let's continue.
Like millionaire, I had to call Elele again because there's nobody for me to call. Elele gave me 2 million, the balance of 2 million. So now I'm supposed to come out in what's it called? Ending of July next month.
Okay.
29th. Bad guy. His father is a son. So first reached out to me. His father spoke to me. His father said we can apply for pardon.
Okay.
That pardon the president because
Wait, Faust the bad guy. I can't even believe this. Faust the bad guy contacted Bobrisky And Femi Falana contacted his father, and his father, Femi Falana, spoke to Bobrisky in order to divert justice. And this same Faust, if this story is true, this same Faust, we have the audacity to come out and say he's fighting against the government for oppression. That he wants justice, he wants Nigeria to be better. So that like this, you dey carry yourself. I don't want to believe that Femi Falana will bring himself down to this level. A whole Femi Falana, where be Fela lawyer, where we respect. Femi Falana will engage himself in something like this. Wait, what is the relationship between Faust and Bobrisky? Abi Faust said they do? Oh, okay. Who are we to crucify the homosexual? Most of them don't they evolve from time. Everybody is a motherfucking hypocrite, though. No, oh, now that song, they make sense to me. Wait, Abi Faust said they do? This is crazy. Well, anyways, let's continue. Hey, now wow. Nigeria.
It's federal that my case is federal. That's so that the federal can actually pardon me. That's the president that he can do it. That if they pardon me, I can even leave here by next week. Do you understand? I don't have to wait till like ending of next month. Okay, so the man started the pardon. He said he wants to send it to the Minister of Justice in Abuja. So Minister of Justice will now send it to President to approve it. But you know Nigeria now, Nigeria with the corruption and everything, they take it fast to him. That the man, the lawyer said they will collect 10 million naira for him to, yes, that pardon will clear my name off the record.
Off the record, which is not bad.
Yes, that which exactly. So, you know, there's nobody to call because, like, I have friends, so, but, you know, you don't know who set you up, you know, and they've not opened my account.
All right, so based on this first voice note, based on Bobrisky's narration in this phone call, Bobrisky is saying that Femi Falana collected 10 million naira in order to wipe his name off the record. Wow. These are people I respected. These are people I look up to. Faust the bad guy, always talking about, yeah, I'm speaking up for the people. So you are also involved in things like this. It's really, really disappointing. It's obvious that Nigeria might not go anywhere anytime soon. It's obvious. Say Nigeria, no, I have lost 100% respect for this. Unless if they come and can't defend this one, saying a lie. But for now, we'll take what Bobrisky is saying as the truth, because Bobrisky said all these things like he contacted somebody to borrow him money, and the person recorded everything. Now, just in case Bobrisky go on argue, let me drop your number. This is your number, eh? Now, wow. So this is your number. Your number ends with 2208. That's what your number ends with. So this is you. Actually, you cannot deny anything. So EFCC, I will expect you people to do a deep investigation and bring all the people involved to the doormat of justice.
Judge Oya, you have the mic. Okay, are you there? Or they have seized your mic?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Okay, yeah, we can hear you. Go on.
This is serious. Like, this is a lot of revelation. You see the reason why Mazi Nnamdi Kanu on his court case day before yesterday said that when he called his lawyers to advise them, to tell them what to do and what to say, that immediately the lawyers of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu came on the court's room to defend Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, reminding Nigeria that for the fact that this crime that is being leveled against him was not committed in Nigeria, that he has no case to answer in Nigeria. That if there's any place that he has a case to answer, it must be in the UK, where they say the case was committed. And immediately they went and removed that UK from the case file. Immediately. The same thing Bobrisky said. In as much as Bobrisky own was that she have to pay for her name to be removed. But Mazi Nnamdi Kanu don't need to pay. They have to do it for him. Since they have indicted themselves by putting that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, that the reason why they went to Kenya to kidnap him and bring him to Nigeria, that the crime that made them to go and kidnap him was committed in the UK and not in the soil of the Zoological Republic. They hurriedly went back and removed it, and at the same time, indicting themselves the more. Bobrisky said made another revelation that most people don't actually go to prison. So when they tell you that they have indicted this person and convinced this person that the court have convicted, don't be surprised that these ones that they said that 5 persons have been sentenced to death. Most of those people they told you that they have been hanged, they have been killed, they have been done this one. The court didn't even know what happens thereafter. The court don't know anything that happens thereafter, or the court will be settled. They will play a blind eyes. They will pay a blind eyes to that particular thing. Because the court that sentenced Bobrisky to prison will not tell me that they don't have prison warders and the police that are serving in the court that normally escort the person to make sure that those people that have been sentenced to prison or to death or to anything or to life imprisonment, that they went direct into the prison. So the court or the judge that had his ruling on Bobrisky's case will not tell me that he or she did not have a kickback on all this money that they are mentioning. This is the situation we find in the zoo that made the Biafrans say we cannot continue like this.
My, Odiogu. Well, as for me, I don't have anything to talk again, no. Because very dark man did justice to that video. You see what we are saying? Do you see it? Godfather. Godfather. How many of you watching me now have Godfather? Because me, I no get Godfather. We go call when I do party, say me can no go. He say I no go, nothing go happen. Aaron Kelly, a great celebrity, has been in prison, getting to 1 year now, or for more than 1 year. Just last week,
He doesn't have a godfather.
Puff Daddy ended up in prison because this is a country that knows what it is to know, observe the rule of law. This is a country that knows what rule of law means, rules of engagement means. The other day, Trump was taken to court. Had he been, they succeeded by now. Trump would have been behind bars. They don't know who died when music they sing. But here, Obasanjo cannot go to prison. Common Yahaya Bello cannot went into EFCC office and walked out. And this is the same person they told you is a wanted person. In a publication, they went to news, media, newspaper, television, radio, published that Yahaya Bello is wanted by EFCC. The same person you
My brother
wanted.
Maz,
Hey! God have mercy.
my brother Mazugo,
I
have you
listen.
forgotten the time there's this man that was accused of laundering billions of dollars,
Oh.
and the EFCC, they said that the EFCC has apprehended him, only for that same day that EFCC supposedly apprehended him. People saw that same man. I'm thinking of his name. I can't really place an on it. That same day in the evening, people saw that same man cruising on his Mercedes Benz in the streets of Abuja. And people were asking on the media, I think it's in Arise TV that they did that broadcast. People were asking, is this not the same person that the EFCC supposedly supposed to be in the custody of the EFCC, that was accused of laundering billions of naira? And until today, that case has been closed. Nobody talked about it anymore. So the only time you have a case in the EFCC, and let me also remind you that immediately the former governor of Anambra State, Obiano, immediately he finished his tenure, he wanted to sneak out from Nigeria. Do you still remember?
Mm-hmm.
Obiano was apprehended at Murtala Mohammed Airport on his way to exit Nigeria. EFCC apprehended him and detained him for some days. What happened to the allegations that was leveled against Obiano? What happened to those accusations? The next thing we saw was Obiano celebrating in London in a viral video. So what you said is 100%. None of these people, all these people are above the law. And this also recall my mind to what Ababio said in the parliament. Not Ababio, the former Senate president, Lawan. Lawan said that there is not everything that a senator do or anything that a senator do that there's no law that holds that senator accountable to any crime. When Ababio was accusing Lawan of that something trillion naira that was mismanaged, contracts that was not accounted for. Lawan in defense said that there's no law that indicts any senator whenever they commit crime. So this is unbelievable. Biafrans cannot continue in this type of charade. This is a mess from head to bottom. If it were to be their president, from top to bottom, everything is rotten from top to bottom. Thank you so much, my brother.
Hi. Other was shocking. Well, well, without minding or wasting too much of our time, bro, we have knocked 3 hours for here. So me, I don't tire. Make a good shop. I don't even eat late. 10 o'clock, I never eat. Is too late for me. So, my people, Mazi, Ego King, we have to close the program. I beg you. Let us go. Tomorrow is another day. Tomorrow we'll continue from where we stop, because if you continue to talk, talk no dey finish. I just saw another breaking news that 77 communities in Anambra have no public schools. You see, when was I talking about this? I think was it last week? I was saying something about the ideas they are bringing again, they have made sure that they seize the electricity, seize the water, that you will not have electricity, that you will not have water, so you must depend on them. So that you must depend on them for water, for electricity, that you must buy fuel, you must buy fuel, you must buy what you must have to buy fuel, you must have to buy water. Subjugation, economic strangulation. Today, I said also last week that if you watch what is happening now, every school that is public school has been allowed to get the dilapidated, so that you will be forced to send your children to private schools, where some of you will not have money to cater for your children private schools, so your children will continue to remain out, so that your children will continue to japa, so that they will continue to invade and take over. Just today, 77 communities, not 7 communities, not 77 villages, 70 of which that in one community there should be about 2 schools minimum. 77 don't have public school. Probably is a private school. And in this private school, for instance, minimum wage is 50,000 naira. In this private school, you pay monthly. You don't pay a semester. Monthly is not less than 100,000 per a student. A class that is being handled by a teacher that gets 50,000 naira at the end of the month may have minimum of 30 students. 100,000 times 30, how much are you getting? 100,000. You get 3 million naira, and you are paying only a chicken change, half of a student fee in a month. You are using it to pay a salary. Is it no wickedness? Until we see people like teachers say it's enough, we no do again. And when they say it, they mean it. That is the country where people are dying to be in. They are dying to live in. We will continue. Yeah, don't talk and finish. Maze, if you want to say anything, you say before we go.
Oh. Thank you so much, my brother. That's if you, like you rightly said, if we continue to talk about Nigeria from now to eternity come, you can never finish it. Because as you're speaking, more will be happening. Nigeria will chiba also. As before tomorrow morning now, you will wake up with a breaking news. And they said it's always a sad news. There's never a news that came out from Nigeria that you went through and you say, hey, thank God, at least even for once. But every now and then it's from one bad news to another, from one bad news to another, and it's never going to stop. And we Biafrans is going to stop it in Biafra land. Biafra land is not a land of bad news. And we that is in this Biafra struggle is going to stop it. And the Biafra Republic government in Ezra that is being led by our Prime Minister, Mazi Simon Ekpa, is going to make it happen this year. that we are going to break the camel's back. The little wood that is still keeping the foundation of this terrorist empire is going to break into pieces, into irreparable pieces. And that day is fast approaching. So it doesn't matter how they do it. It doesn't matter how they want to lie. It doesn't matter how many people they want to bribe. You can see the type of bribing that you indicted somebody. You said you have enforced the law. The law of the land, there's nobody above the law of the land. But for the fact that some persons is above the law, that's why whenever they are talking, they speak with arrogancy. Whenever you see them, you see the type of energy that is coming from them, a negative energy that is coming from them, you'll be asking, where is this person operating from? He's bringing out those energy because he believes that if wars come to shore, that nothing will happen, that he will not go to prison, that no law will indict him. If you want to indict him, he will remind you of your own skeleton that is your cupboard, because all of them know each other. So what they are doing is cover me, I will cover you. If they indict you in the open, if your crime become obvious, that the Nigerians now know about it, they will now cover you and they let you openly with their media, brown envelope media. Are you going to follow them to see what is happening behind the scene? It's just like when people are acting film. If they finish acting, do you know where they go to? You don't know. The only thing you know is that the channel television said that that person had been sentenced to death. That is, he been sentenced to 30 years in prison. The person will travel to London. Many people that are serving prison terms are in London, in America. They are in Spain. Many of them are serving their prison terms outside the country, doing their business, playing in the low key. But you will be here saying that person is still languishing in the prison, that is suffering for the crime he committed. Nobody is suffering for anything. That is why they use Boko Haram to give every one of you example. But you will not understand or decode what is happening. But Biafrans do, and we are doing something about it to free ourselves from this corrupt entity. Thank you so much, my brother, for always being there and doing the needful. May Elohim continue to strengthen you on this work, this great work that we have assigned to do. That Elohim will give you everything that you need, and at the end of the day, grant you access to Biafra land, because that is the best blessing that God can give to anybody. Grant us access to Biafra land. God bless you, my brother, and see you tomorrow.
He say, thank you so much. And Biafrans, if you stay here, if you are watching this video, you know, like you two, you wicked the passport risk. You wicked the passport risky. What a good night, everybody.
Have mercy on we, Biafra. Lord, give us a freedom. Have mercy on we, Biafra, and give us a freedom. Oh Lord, have mercy on we, Biafra, and give us a freedom. Father, we need our leader. Prophet, we need our leader. We need our leader. Yeah, man.